We're going to move on to the departmental report. We have police report, which I believe is the last report that we're going to get from Lieutenant Calderwood, and we really want to thank you for sure.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure to work with you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. Okay, can you guys see my screen okay?
No, it's black. It says you're sharing your screen though.
Huh. Okay, let me try that over. Here. Let's try this way. How about now?
There you go.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to go through the monthly police report, which for March 1st, 2021. So this will cover the month of February. Here. Sorry about that. It's not letting me click through. Here we go. Okay, so can you see slide 2 that says e-bike enforcement? No.
No.
We're just trying to keep you here longer. That's why.
Yeah, you're gonna have me here.
We see your desktop now.
Okay, perfect. Let me just click into the PowerPoint and see if we can pull it up this way. Okay, how about now?
We see your PowerPoint. We don't see the present. I mean, we can see it. There you go.
Okay, just took a minute. Okay, so thanks, Jeff.
We
For the month.
We actually have your cheat one, so we see yours plus we see the next slide.
Oh, that's okay. You get a
Which is
preview
fine,
of the next
yeah.
one.
Which is fine. Yeah.
So for the month of February, we really focused on e-bike enforcement and education. We've been definitely getting an increase in complaints from residents that they are noticing teens that are riding through the village and around Carlsbad Boulevard. We've also seen an increase ourselves while we're doing enforcement. So this past week, I've been coordinating with Public Works to get an electronic message board placed on the boulevard reminding bicyclists to wear their helmet. So most of those electronic message boards have been preoccupied with COVID messaging. So we should have the board out sometime this week. I'm still in the process of coordinating, but I did get approval to put that out. And then in the month of February, the motors, we're trying to focus on the afternoons when most of the high school kids and teens are out of class and riding down to the beach. And they wrote 25 citations for bicyclists. Most of them were e-bike users. And unfortunately, we're seeing a lot of red light violations and kids under 18 not wearing their helmet. So in conjunction with them receiving citations and or written warnings, we were lucky enough to work with Commissioner Pensiers. He was able to give me a bunch of the San Diego Bicycle Coalition cards that have a QR code for people to sign up for their free virtual bicycle safety class. So trying to get out as much as we can with the education as well as the enforcement to make an impact on what we're seeing with the e-bikes. We did have an OTS DUI saturation detail in February on Super Bowl weekend, and the results were we had 60 traffic stops specifically made by the units that were working this detail, 31 citations, 22 written warnings, and then we had 1 DUI arrest and a vehicle tow. So the Office of Traffic Safety, as you know, they give us a grant every year that we have to reapply for. In order to receive the funds from the grant, you have to show that you're out there and using the money that they give you to be successful. So we have to really go out and produce. So we did have multiple officers throughout the entire weekend. The fact that we only had one DUI arrest means that people are taking Uber and some of the ride sharing things that we're suggesting. So that is a good thing. And then for my last meeting, I just wanted to do a quick little recap of the last couple of years in traffic. A lot of these things happen within the last couple of years, and they would not have been possible without the Traffic and Mobility Commission, without Public Works. I really have to say thank you to Public Works Director Paz Gomez and all of her staff, and how responsive they are, and just making my job and the motor division, making our job so much easier. So here's a couple things. This is not everything, but a couple things that happen within the traffic division in the last couple of years. We used to have 6 motor officers, and we went to 8 motor officers in 2019. This obviously adds to our coverage within the city as far as what we can cover square mileage wise, but also the efficiency that we can add to responding to complaints and conducting enforcement. We added a timed parking enforcement unit with 2 additional CSOs that have vehicles equipped with license plate readers. We increased our security footprint at large scale city special events, and that's by working with Homeland Security, Parks and Rec, FD, and Public Works. And even though we're not having special events going on right now in the city due to COVID, I'm sure they will pick up again soon. And our city is so much safer because of all these entities that have come together to help us make sure that something like the street fair that has between 75,000 and 100,000 people visit within one day, really safe. We held a bicycle rodeo for kids at the police headquarters at our training center, which was awesome to do and awesome to see the kids show up, and we put them through a little bicycle course and some safety stuff. We were able to add 2 school crossing guards with the help of traffic engineering. We received $222,000 in OTS grant money for enforcement purposes. And then, as you know, because I kind of hammered it in many meetings in the recent past, we purchased and utilized decibel readers to enforce loud exhaust, which has been a consistent complaint over the last year. And then increased signage around the city for education along the boulevard, as well as inside the village. And then we worked, special events. The traffic division is responsible for all the special events within the city. So there's usually about 35 to 40 pretty large events that we work. And then we had protests last year. We worked multiple, at least 2 DUI checkpoints a year. Try to go to all the requests that we get for, children's birthday parties, the school education stuff. And we try to do this while maintaining enforcement within the city and responding to citizen complaints. So I just wanted to say thank you so much to engineering, Public Works, the city attorney's office, council, and really to you, the Traffic Mobility Commission, for your support and teamwork, because like I said, a lot of these things we could not have had the support and access to if we didn't have you guys kind of helping push it along. So thank you, I appreciate it very much. And I can answer any questions.
Thank you. You're gonna make us tear up a little bit. It's very, very emotional. We're gonna miss you for sure. Do any commissioners have any questions? No comments? Commissioner Pensier.
I don't have any questions. I just want to thank you so much for being a representative for the police department for the time period that you have. We will miss you. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay, anyone else? Commissioner Linke?
Yeah, I just want to repeat what Commissioner Pensier has just said. I've been on the commission for 2 years, and I really appreciated all the work you've done. And I know that we've done an annual survey in Carlsbad in the past, and obviously police is one of the top issues, and you consistently get some of the highest grades. So I just want to express my gratitude and good luck on your next position.
Thank you.
Okay. Commissioner Linke's sound broke a little bit. Was that my connection or his connection?
I think it was yours.
It was yours.
Okay, great. Okay, before I lose it, Michael, I have a question about e-bikes. Is there an age limit?
So there is no age limit. If you're under 18, you have to wear a helmet if you're on a class 1 or class 2 e-bike. If you're on a class 3 e-bike, you have to wear a helmet no matter how old you are. But there is no age limit. So you'll see 14-year-olds riding e-bikes around the town.
No, I actually did witness about a week ago, a kid, I don't know if he was 14. He just went through the intersection on red. It was even a police car, I think, somewhere around me. And he went through the middle of the lane. So that's what shocked me, I think, the most, because he was going so fast, but it was also just pretty much following a car and on red. So it was pretty shocking. I thought the bike's still supposed to drive or go on the bike lane, right? Or at least not through the center of it, which
Yeah.
is really unsafe.
They definitely need to still follow the rules of the road. And that's what we're noticing is the 25 citations that we gave just last month. Most of these teenagers do not know the rules of the road. So they will innocently say, you know, I didn't know you could not turn right on a red. So we have been talking about joining up with the schools. Right now, their age level is all online. So we can't do it in person, but there are some things that we can hopefully do with their virtual stuff of educating them. We're hoping the signage helps. We're hoping when they receive the citation or the warning, giving them those cards that talk about the free virtual class through the coalition will help. Depending on their age, sometimes we will notify their parents because it's just, we're seeing some pretty egregious stuff and they just don't know. They're not educated on the rules of the road. I think you might be frozen.
Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, just a question on the class 3 e-bikes. I understand from something we've been passing out is that the class 3s that have a maximum speed of 28 miles an hour can't be used on class 1 trails. And also the riders have to be 16. They don't have to have a license, but they have to be 16. Is that right or not?
I don't think so. They just, from what I've read, and I'll look into it again, is that you have to wear a helmet no matter what age you are, almost like you're riding a moped. But I do not believe there is an age limit to ride them.
Can you guys hear me okay? I had to switch
Yes.
my connection.
You're
Okay.
still kind of in and out. And your video frozen.
I know. I have to speak. Okay. If you guys have any more come to the next report, Lieutenant Calder. You don't want to mess up the system. I'm going to see if I can fix it while I do the presentation for the next item. Is there anyone else, any comments or any questions?
Does that mean I should go to the next item?
Yeah, it looks like we lost the chair. I think she's going to try to reset and come back in. There we go.
There she
Are
is.
you back, Chair?
I am. This is what I was scared of.